Good morning. I'm Brett, and welcome to my backyard. And it's that time of year again, beginning of October here in East Texas. So it is time to get ready for some of our crops that we're going to plant that we're going to overwinter. And so today we're going to start with garlic. And you may notice I have a few different types of garlic here today, and one that is not as garlicky. This one here is actually an onion I grew this year, but I had a reason I wanted to put that in the video. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to take one of our garlic bulbs here and we're going to get it ready for planting. And so to produce another bulb like this, what we want to do is peel away the outer papery layers that we have here. It has several, but we do not want to peel away the innermost layer. Get some of this out of the way here. But it's very easy when you're going through and peeling away the layers. You'll start to see the cloves emerge, and we don't want to really pry off of there. You shouldn't have to use much effort. See how that one peeled real easily there? And we're going to leave that paper coating on each clove there. Also, when we're planting, we want to try to pick out, if we can, the biggest cloves to plant. Now, you can plant all of them, but usually the bigger the clove, the bigger the garlic bulb that you'll get from it. Just set that out of the way, and we'll just work our way around. You'll see this one here. That one's ready to come off of there. Don't have to use much effort. And you should be able to just work your way all the way around the bulb like this, and they should come off very easily. You'll notice this just takes a few seconds to separate here. And just like that, we have this little old root thing. We'll just throw that away. But we have our cloves here ready for planting. Now, when we get into planting, remember that they do have an orientation that you have to put them in. You want to put the root side down. And if you're not sure which one is the root side, there's a blunt end here and a pointy end here. And so this is the root side here, and this is the side that will grow up into the stalk of the onion plant. And then we're also going to take these, and when we plant them, we want to plant them at least an inch deep. Starting here, we want good, nutrient-rich, well-draining soil to put these into, at least an inch deep here. And then you can mulch them on top if you like, and that's good. It helps for moisture retention, keep some of the other weeds down and things like that. And the reason we're planting these this time of year is we're trying to encourage that root growth through the winter. Now, we may see some of this growth here because here in East Texas it's still quite warm during the day. So you're going to get a little bit of growth up top, but we want minimum growth up here and lots of root growth through the winter. And so this will grow, and when it gets cold, you'll notice it die back. Don't worry about that. When it gets to be spring, then that's going to start to grow and give us some leaves again, and go on to produce our garlic, which we usually harvest before the 4th of July next year. Garlic does take a long time to grow. Now, you can see some, I just pulled these up earlier, and so these were actually starting to root out already because it's that time of year. This is more of a standard garlic that you'll find at your local grocery store, stuff like that. This here is one I've had, kind of came with the house, and this is an elephant garlic. And so you'll be able to see why I had this onion earlier. Like I said, this is an onion I grew this year. And here is one of the elephant garlics from this year. And you'll notice that it looks like an onion. I think I can peel some of that paper away and see. It looks just like an onion on the inside. And what has happened with these is a lot of times when you first plant your garlic, it will first make a bulb like this. And it needs to have enough cold weather to be able to produce a bulb. Usually you need at least 4 to 6 weeks of a cooler weather for it to start making a bulb and getting some size. And then after it makes the bulb, then in the spring, later in the spring, as it goes along, it will start to separate. This one you can see a little easier. I believe they call that differentiation. If anybody knows, you can correct me on that. But the bulb here will start to separate later on into these cloves. And we want to keep a good, consistent moisture. We don't want to rot our bulbs. It's better to be just a hair dry than too wet. So we want to make sure that our soil is well draining. But that's the difference. We need the cold to make the bulb, and then in the spring for it to separate into the different cloves. And we're hoping to get nice cloves like this one. Now this mammoth garlic, as you can see, it's a little bigger. It makes a quite a bit bigger clove here. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but it's quite a bit bigger, these individual cloves on that garlic. But I hope that helped y'all today. If you have any more questions, be sure and leave them in the comments below. And if you haven't yet, like and share this video, and we'll catch y'all next time.